Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Riki, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Devine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Riki and Fairus, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Regara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. Act 2, Relics and Revelations. As you guys board the boat and the man takes and eats your tickets and then starts speeding off, you guys are on this black water for a while. Long enough that a nap seems like a good idea, as the pier that he was at disappears into the background, and the endless expanse of black ocean with no sun or moon in the sky looms ever onward. Let me know if you guys do take a nap or not.
Sure. Since it seems like a good time, and we're just hanging out, Riki will probably doze off for a few minutes.
Okay.
Ferris would probably stay awake as long as she can, just because, this isn't really her comfort zone. But if she sees Riki relax, she'll probably, scoot herself closer to where he's at, just to be near some form of familiarity, and she might lightly doze.
Swinging back over to the crew who is talking to the walls and the labyrinth and everything. So, what are you all going to do? Are you going to pay me to get out of here, or are you guys going to just start walking?
Something tells me if we start walking without paying you, you're just going to make your walls longer.
No. That would require effort, which means you're not giving any effort if you're not paying me, which means that, why would I put in the effort, right? I'm just going to keep them the same distance that they've always been, from beginning to end.
Where does it end at?
Well, at the ending, silly. Raleigh, you can feel the eyes of the wall back upon you and the tyrants. Are you sure you don't want to pay me to skip ahead to the end? Just one soul. That's all I need.
I'll ask anybody if they want to volunteer.
Do you think that... Okay, question. Because the tyrants are yours. Are they loyal in such a way that they would... I feel like that giving your life on the battlefield versus giving your life in this way is I don't want to say a different tier of loyalty, but it feels like that fighting for money is definitely different than fighting or than walking into a wall with a hole that's made for me.
If somebody would, if I wanted them to, but I am not telling them I want them to. I'm just posing it to them if somebody wants to go into the special hole.
Nobody volunteers to go into the special hole.
All right, then.
Okay, is that your answer then?
That seems to be their answer. Was there other forms of payment that we had discussed?
Well, you could just give me money. Oh, I was talking to the other people. That's right. Maybe you should go to the same place so I don't have to be in two places at once. Do you have any idea how hard it is to focus on one area of your own body? It's like you're talking inside of your own stomach, and it's so weird. I'm gonna go tell the others to maybe go back and do that so that I don't have to have a million people climb up a tree. But be back in just one moment. And you hear light scampering from within the walls. And then you all hear the light scampering within the walls as that it comes to you and goes, "Hey, would you guys mind going back down the tree? I'm trying to have a conversation with all of you, and it's very weird when I have to keep playing telephone while I'm inside my own."
But that costs effort that we're not getting paid for. I'll make you an exchange.
What's the exchange?
So we'll save you some effort by going back to our friends. In exchange, you can use that effort to help us get out of here.
Okay, if you're going to help me help you help me, then I guess that I can help me help you help me.
Yeah, you help you scratch your back so you can scratch mine.
I'll reduce it by 1 increment for you if you do this for me.
I get to name the increment.
We'll see about that. What do you want the increment to be?
I want the increment to be in weeks.
Okay, I see. Okay, but can you guys maybe send more people down here that I can eat? The other guy used to send a lot of people down here for me to eat because he'd be like, haha, you can go and find my secret treasure. And then I'd be like, haha, I'm the labyrinth. Haha, I'm going to eat you.
We never covered the other guy. There's another guy?
Yeah, there was another guy. Came down here all the time. Kind of looked like, he always had like a cloak up. And I think it was a guy. He walked like a guy. Or maybe a girl. I don't know. I don't deal with that kind of stuff. But they always had a cloak on, and they always came down here, and they were all like, "Oh, I'm going to give you food if you just let me go, and it's not going to take me 3 weeks to go from this side to the other side." Oh, shit, I just revealed my secret.
So 3 weeks.
I thought you said it would only take 1.
No, you said that I would reduce the increment by 1 week.
No, you said it would take about a week to get out of here if we just kept walking straight. I knew you liked us better than them.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, how about you go down to the rest of your crew, and we will do the talking thing? Yes, okay. Sounds good.
That's fair. Sound fair, Alien?
You can hear the sound of scampering go from like one end to the other. And then it's back where Tirali is, and I assume that you guys are going to come down the tree.
Who said that? No, Devine will go down to the tree.
All right, so everyone's here. Fantastic. Okay, so you're all in one place. Good. So, for you all being in one place, I've decided to reduce my size down by an entire week. Now, you all have to just get to the end, which if you go straight that way is only going to take you a week. But it's been reduced by a week, which means that it's now a 0. Huh.
No, that's not perfectly.
Wait, does that mean that if you just walk that way, then you're going to get to the end of me?
No, not at all. And then I'm going to walk that way.
Okay, you walk that way. You have solved my Fey puzzle by confusing the GM? I assume that that's how fair folk work in Exalted. I've never read the book. Yeah, so if you guys walk that way, because that I have been trapped in my own logic puzzle, it works. For out of character clarification, the reason that this works is because Fae work off of a understanding of space-time based off of narrative progression, meaning that if you guys had come in and just like walked, you would have walked the appropriate amount of time that you felt like it would be to get from one end of a dungeon to another. When you guys felt like it needed to be the end, that's when the ending would pop up. But because that Devine has and / Cody has kind of destroyed me at my own logic puzzle, you have kind of collapsed the waveform of wild energy and made it to the end. As you guys continue further, you can feel the labyrinthine weirdness of the wild recede from you. And then yet again, the call of the intercom system kind of comes across again, and you can hear it once more, the Dorak, Mirai, Butsu, Kushi, repeating over and over again. As you guys are moving through this area, it looks like there's a lot of humidity in here, causing a light mist along the bottom of the where you guys are walking. As you're going through, I would like everyone to make me perception awareness checks, and yes, this is visual, so cat eyes count. And then obviously, if you guys want to pump it in any way, or if you guys want to try and stunt as if you're looking for something specific. For the record, for Tirali, with how slippery and humid that it is around here, your tyrants do treat this as difficult terrain, as they're not able to easily see their footing. Probably same with Devine and Tirali themselves, but Elian, as the water aspect, obviously does not treat slippery surfaces as rough terrain, or difficult terrain, I think is the phrase. Okay, I see 3 successes from Elian, 4 from Devine, and 2 successes from Tirali. As you guys are walking through this humid area, the stalactites are growing much more from the top of everything, and it feels almost like sweltering, like a jungle, like you're surrounded by there's sweat, and it's kind of sticky, and it's a little humid, and it's a little gross, if I'm being completely honest with you all. It doesn't smell great either, which, not exactly a plus here. And as you guys are looking, you can see the path splits like a Y in front of you. As the overhead chanting continues. On one side, you see a cerulean blue tunnel. The other side, the left side is a cerulean blue tunnel, and the right side leads to a sickly mercury silver tunnel. In front of these tunnels, there is a sign. And it simply says, "You all have 2 paths. You can only pick one. If there is pressure felt on both paths will collapse. Only go down one of these. Signed, Balar." So, you have some choices. Well, a choice. And very specifically says not to split the party here.
I don't take orders from dead dudes. I'm going the other way.
All right, so one side's blue, one side's silver. We'll assign one to each person. We do rock, paper, scissors.
Is there anything else on the path? Or is it just a path with nothing else around it?
Well, which path do you want to look down? You can give me a perception awareness.
I actually want to start with the sickly mercury path.
Okay. Obviously, since you're looking, you get to use your cat eyes.
8 successes.
Holy shit, 8 successes. Okay. So with 8 successes, the sickly mercury path looks like the floor appears to be flowing as if that it is moving itself. And the walls themselves appear to be almost flowing downwards underneath the path and then back upwards, as if that they are constantly being moved by something. And you can hear, very faintly with those 8 successes, very faintly, but you can hear it from far down that way, a loud snoring. As if it is coming from something very large.
Unless somebody else is going to look down the other path, I'm going to look down the other one after relaying that information.
Yeah, nah, you're the eyes of the group.
As long as the rolls are okay. Only got 2 for the other one.
Look a little, you peer a little bit further down, and you can see a little bit of sunlight filtered through the blue that is kind of wavy and moving just a little bit, and every now and again you see a small or even a large shadow kind of pass over it. You can very faintly hear the sound of rolling waves coming from that side.
I'm just going to relay that information.
Honestly, a beach trip sounds better to me than a something that will probably wind up waking up and smashing our boy Lab's walls.
Well, the weird thing to me is, why would you make one path clearly more inviting than the other?
The same reason why you would tell people that the paths are trapped and you have to pick one. The same reason why a labyrinth would talk to us and shorten its distance by a length of time. None of this makes sense to me. I'm guessing as much as anybody here.
I have a weird question, Brendan.
Sure thing.
Would Fae fall under occult?
Yes.
Can I try to roll, like, intelligence and occult to see if we're still in, like, Fae bullshit area?
Yeah, sure thing. Do you have any charms that might assist with that besides just an excellency, or?
No, I don't have a lot in occult. I've been slowly building up occult over time, so I didn't want to just like slam bang. I know all the occult, because that didn't make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, unless this has to do with Glassholm, Delzin, or Chiaroscuro, I can't add anything to that.
Yeah, I'd say go for it. Let's see what you get.
5.
5 successes. I'll let you know right now, you are no longer in that little pocket of the middle marches that you were before, which is to say there is no wild presence that you and your vaguely trained occult senses do not pick up. Maybe it's still present as background noise, but you're no longer stuck in the labyrinth.
Okay. I was just trying to see if, like, the logic of choosing the better path, if there was any fault in that kind of thing. So it's like, if we're still in the Fade bullshit, then choosing the obvious path might not be the right path, but it might be the right path. I'm willing to go down whichever path you both would like to go down. I don't really have a preference. I think both of them are going to lead us to more weirdness, honestly. But I believe you did mention something about his mother being an ocean, or its mother being an ocean. And I hear water. So the cerulean path might lead us to...
Something tells me to leave sleeping dogs lie. I really don't like walking up on something we don't know while it's asleep.
I will say the one thing that bothers me is that someone comes down here in a cloak and offers up people to be able to get through here.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first person we meet that offers up people to Fae.
Yes, but in theory, how many people actually know about this place and how to get down here? It should limit the pool of who it is. But unless Trolley and the tyrants disagree, I guess we're going down the...
Blue it is.
Okay. Tarali, could you please give me a perception and awareness roll again as you guys are walking down this tunnel? So you guys walk down, and have you got? This is going to sound so fucking weird. Have y'all ever seen Jaws 3, the one where that Jaws is in SeaWorld?
No.
Oh well. Okay, so basically, there's a scene in there where there's like an underwater tunnel where you can like look at all the animals and all the sea animals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when you guys are under there, when you guys are in this big tunnel that's wide enough for, like the battle group and everything, and there's this little bit of mist on the ground and everything, you guys can see the ocean outside. And if you guys look back, you can actually see the port of Chiaroscuro, showing just how far that you guys have walked. It's been multiple miles. You guys are actually just now outside of the port and can see like the storms and everything that kind of barely make it into the magically protected harbor of Chiaroscuro. And you can see inside of the ocean is large pods of sharks and river dragons, and maybe even like if you look down at just the wrong time, there's like the large shadow of like a giant mosoc going like underneath you all. But as you're doing that, Tarali, you hear from behind you as you're walking forward, you hear like, yeah. And then please give me a perception and awareness roll as you look back.
Do I get any boosters for battlefield awareness?
Oh hell yeah, you would. That would be if it falls on your
specialty.
If it falls under your specialty, you get an extra die for that. 2 successes. Okay. Doing great. Turn around. It looks normal. A little off. You can't tell exactly why for a moment. Your men are pushing further, faster, harder. Tarali, ma'am, we should probably pick up the pace extremely. We've lost some men.
Did they get lost or did something happen?
Tarali, hey, question. I know that Devine doesn't wear any shoes, right? Because you need to be able to walk up.
Right.
How about the rest of you? How are your shoes and pants and kind of up to like the knees feeling?
They're like, I wear like just regular little like desert shoes, pretty thin soled. And then I think currently I've got like baggy-ish pants on.
Okay. Any skin exposed besides Devine?
My feet.
Your feet. Okay. Okay, so both of you have your feet exposed. You can feel this kind of coarse, almost sandpaper feeling on the bottom soles of your feet as something rubs against both of you.
Is it like the feeling of shark skin?
Actually, that's exactly what it feels like. As you feel that and look outside, Tarali, you can see out in the ocean there's the bloody tatters of like a single tyrant's uniform as a pod of sharks are tearing them apart.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat. Devine is not going to hesitate to pick up his pace.
Yeah, no, we're moving at this point.
Yep. The tyrants are good with zooming. The zooming we have trained for going.
Are you gonna use that charm? that war charm that lets you march despite harsh terrain?
Yeah, I can expend some motes if need be for tireless footfalls.
Okay. I'm going to just let you know that as you notice the bloody tyrant in the water as their things kind of as their uniform kind of falls into the ocean, and you kind of realize, how the fuck did that happen? And then you look down and you realize that that's not mist, that's not morning dew, that's fog.
Fog shark!
And as that you realize that it's fog, you turn around and you can all see a large pod that fills from end to end of the cerulean tube of shark fins as they are coming for you. So are you guys going to run from the fog sharks? Are you going to turn around and boop them in the snoot? Or...
I'm going to run from sharks.
Yeah, I see. The thing is I don't have to be faster than the sharks. I have to be faster than everybody else, and I am.
As we swing the camera from the fog sharks and the tyrants over to you two, you both are woken up after your little nap by the smell of acrid smoke and the feeling of being able to regen your essence. It's been probably an hour or so since you guys took a nap. So, regain 5 motes. And also, you're not on the same boat.
Oh.
There is distinctly a covering here, whereas before it looked like a little canoe that very quickly paddled itself across the river. Now you are in a covered boat that has a hammock and has hammocks for you all to lie down on. And Lucille is just kind of off in the corner, just grazing on some hay. And sitting down with smoking a large stogie and cradling a harp is a man with seafoam colored hair, just kind of strumming a tune and smoking while he does this. And he looks at you all and goes, "Ah, finally you're awake. How nice of you to wake up after that you decided to come here." And they kind of motion around the room. The opulence of the room is obvious. You all are actually laying down on some fairly comfortable pillows. And there are multiple people around you, kind of passed out or in kind of a stupor with, in varying degrees of, clothes being on.
I've had a couple dreams like this, but this is a new one. This is different than normal. More people than normal.
They strum a few pristine notes on their harp and then set it aside. "Oh, yes, is that so? You've had dreams like this, but with less people? I usually find that it's more the merrier here." And they kind of take a moment to just kind of like observe you with kind of a hand kind of going across a very slender and a very like slender chin as they look at you. "So what brings you both to my domain?"
Well, it depends. Whose domain is it? What is the domain? Who are you? Where are we?
Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize that you had no idea. My name is Sea Spray Elegy.
Does that ring any bells for me?
Wits and lore, probably.
You know who it doesn't ring a bell to? Me.
I'll roll a dice. Or 7, rather.
That's not too bad. No wonder Ricky's got
2.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if this is their name, That'd be a little weird. It sounds more like a subricat. But that's about all that you can really think of with it.
Okay. Well, I don't really know. The boat we went to sleep on was a different boat. Did you raid the boat that we were on while we was asleep and take us hostage? Is that what's going on here?
Are we like, we're not tied up or anything, right?
No, you're not tied up at all.
When Ricky says that, I'm just gonna kind of like look around and then look to him. If we're hostages, we're pretty comfortable hostages.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyone who looks at Ferris, once she like wakes up and kind of feels that the boat is moving a lot more than the little boat that you said was on calm water, she looks a little bit more green than normal.
So, hey, where's my fucking horse, guy?
Oh, yes, that. She is being taken care of with the rest of the steeds that we have aboard the ship. Shall I show you around?
I mean, shit, sure, why not? Hey, you got anything to eat up here? It's been a while, yeah. I'm kind of hungry.
You're right. I am a little peckish as well. What do you all take?
I don't know. I just like to eat.
My apologies, but I might not have the exact food that is edible for you.
Can I make an occult roll?
Yes, but why?
Well, typically people who are hungry eat food. Okay, I might not have food that's to your taste. It's different that I might not have food that's edible to you. That makes me feel a little sketchy.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I just wanted to like hear your reasoning for it.
Yeah, occult and what?
I'll give you a wits and occult.
Okay.
Since you explained your reasoning for thinking, I will also give you 2 extra dice.
Okay. 9.
Wow, buddy. You have a pretty good idea that when they say that this creature is almost certainly not a mortal and very likely is not from creation.
I see.
Things to let you know, things that would phrase a question to you like that include celestial gods, dragons, the Incarna, elementals, and fair folk.
Fair folk. Wonderful.
Well, Ricky stands up. Just is gonna kind of keep his wits about him, so to speak.
Okay, you stand up, and this person looks to you and goes, "Right. So I am going to take a wild guess and say food, like the kind that you mash around in your face hole, right?"
Starting to get the inkling that I'm in a different situation than I thought I was. Yeah, food. I'm a person, so I eat.
Excellent, then. Yes, I can provide something for you. Do you like fish? We have an abundance of it.
I mean, yeah.
They clap their hands, and a couple of the like half naked people that are kind of like lounging about stand up, and one of them takes a fishing rod and goes outside. As soon as the door to the outside opens, you can hear a raging storm going. And then as soon as the door is closed, the sound is muffled immediately. My servant should be back in just a few moments with some freshly caught fish for you.
Wow, quite the rager out there, huh?
Oh, yes.
Just bad timing, or
Well, honestly, yeah, a little bit. My mother's very upset.
Gotcha.
Ferris just kind of like stinks it on herself just a little bit because she's clearly not having a good time on a rocking boat like this. And she just is like, "You said your mother's upset? What does it have to do with the storm?"
He looks to you confused. And you said that Ferris is starting to look a little seasick. You can see that one of the other kind of like basically like a kind of skinny swimmer's build of a guy wearing only a loincloth kind of comes over to Ferris and starts like trying to give you a massage to try and like massage your shoulders to kind of like help ease the tension and like help stop like the seasickness.
I don't know if that's how that works. But as soon as he touches her, like if she wasn't like prepared for that, she's gonna tense up and like kind of jump away.
Hey, whoa, hey, let's take it easy here, huh? Let's we don't really know where we are here, so maybe not that. Thanks.
The person in the loincloth nods and looks to both of you with a blank stare in their eyes and sits back down, cross-legged, and appears to be waiting.
So I don't know if I'm allowed to make another occult roll, but I'm kind of been gathering information once I noticed things was kind of sideways. So we're on a boat, but not rocking too bad. Perfectly calmly when it's a raging storm outside, and this guy's talking to this person's talking about their mother, and there are people with deadpan looks and nothing behind their eyes. Can I roll again?
He said the boat is rocking, but not like a severe storm is happening. But it's rocking more
But there is
than
a severe storm out.
Well, yes, but it's not. It's rocking more than the little boat that we were originally on because it was like, if I remember correctly, calm waters that we were just kind of like floating across. And now we're on this like bigger boat that is rocking a lot more because it like you're on the ocean, like there are waves and it is rocking, but not like storm.
To let you know, Riki has the right of it that the storm outside is raging harder than the boat is rocking.
Okay, but it's still rocking. It's
yes,
not
it
calm.
is. It is still rocking, but it's not. It's rocking in the way that a boat in waves will rock. Okay. What is going on outside is
different.
Is 100-fold worse than it should be. Like it should be 100-fold worse than it is inside.
So, may I make another occult roll?
Yeah, sure thing.
Also, question. Just for my knowledge, what is considered a creature of the wild with a Y?
Fair folk.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I think try to put some notes into this to make the roll better.
So while that you do that, once that this person sees that Ferris is not liking being touched like that by one of their servants, they lock their eyes on Ferris and go, "Are my amenities not to your liking?"
It's not that they're not to my liking. It's that I wasn't really prepared for someone to just kind of start rubbing my shoulders. It startled me.
I see.
4 successes on that one.
And you're for that one, you were looking to see to kind of narrow it down what this guy might be.
I'm trying to put the elements of my situation right now into perspective now that I know that I'm in a situation that could be otherworldly.
Okay. Since you know that this could be otherworldly, with 4 successes, and specifically with taking in the look of the servants around, there is there is a very real chance that you are somewhere out in the wild, and this person right here, Seafoam Elegy, might in fact be fair folk. The striking features, the otherworldly beauty, but the thing that really kind of throws it together is the vacant look in these people's eyes, because you know that when outside of the wild, fair folk begin to calcify and die unless they feed on the soul of a mortal.
Okay.
And feeding on the soul of a mortal kind of, it doesn't kill them per se, but it just kind of makes them very subservient and, well, they have no will of their own.
It kind of empties them out a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I think I'm starting to put two and two together here. So hey, we're looking to move on along. Is there a guy who passed through this way a while ago? You know, kind of green looking. Had like a crown on. Did he pass by here often?
Green hair and autumn leaves crown. She says, like, very matter-of-factly, as if Riki... She feels like Riki doesn't understand who he's describing, or is just very bad at it.
He thinks for a moment. This information seems very important to you. Yes, seems like it. Tell you what, I would like to, as you mortals say, do a trade. You both, I will answer your question and take you to your take you to your next destination if you both will entertain me and my retinue. How you do that is up to you. What say you?
Fairus is going to look to Riki as and basically give him that, do you have ideas? Because she's not volunteering herself.
That's hard to say. I don't know what you find entertaining.
Stories of daring do and things of lost love and that kind of nature. Things that even the waves of my mother will not wash away from this realm. A way to get, and they kind of like pump their chest. Get the old blood? Is that the phrase? Get that flowing. And he kind of motions towards a small panoply of weapons behind him, made of weird otherworldly materials, like the whisper of a cloud or the first cry of a baby.
Not that I'm feeling terribly ornery right now or unagreeable, but say we do not accept your trade. What happens then?
To put it lightly, you would technically be stowaways on my boat. You have not paid for passage.
We also didn't ask to be on the boat.
I mean, nobody asks to be on the boat when you're literally riding around the elemental pull of water, but what can you do?
All right.
Bert, what are you thinking right now?
The way I'm seeing this, we can go, and this is not me talking as Fairus right now. This is me talking out loud.
This is us spitballing out of character, yeah.
The way I see it, we have 2, maybe 3 options. 1, we can pull some entertainment out of our asses. Well, I can perform. I don't know what you could do, but you did do really well for the dancing at Glassholm. So, like, we could totally perform together. Or we can fight. Or option 3 is you figure something else out. Like, we could pay, but I don't think I want to pay what they want. Knowing Faye, I don't want to pay what they're going to want as payment.
How many goons does this thing have in its retinue, Brendan?
That you can see right now in this large room, about 20.
Okay.
All of them have that same glassy-eyed look to them.
In my studies, do I know anything about what hurts or can harm a Fae?
Iron.
Just normal everyday iron?
Just normal, everyday iron. Or, just hitting it real good. For the record, iron makes it deal aggravated damage, and everything else is just regular damage. It doesn't have, resistances or anything.
Okay, next question. So, if we do your little thing, we try to put you on a nice little show, and you don't find it entertaining, do you just be like, what do you do? Is it like a thing where we give you our best and then you appreciate it and let us go, or are you gonna be not so cool about this? We're just trying to move through. And I don't think either of us wants any trouble. You know what I mean?
If you all are going to give me your best, then I'm not going to shame your best. Now, if you came a second time and tried it a second time and didn't try to improve upon it, then I would be rather cross and probably start hitting you very hard.
Oh, would you now?
Yes, because you'd be basically taking my and my domain's safety for granted. You would be using me as if a tool and not paying a proper price.
I feel like you're the one using us. We just got dropped here and you're just not letting us go.
I mean, you are free to leave whenever you wish.
You know that's not how it works.
He waves a hand and the door to the outside opens. You can hear the storm raging as water is everywhere. You're free to go. I'm not holding you captive.
No, but you know the place we need to go and won't tell us where it is unless we do something for you on good faith. If you're telling the truth.
I mean, I can tell you how to get there. That's fine. It's just you don't have a vessel to get there, so I worry that you would not be able to make it there.
That's probably true.
To let you know, to be clear, so that we can understand, it is about a day and a half's journey to the east of where we are right now. I've set a course for where for that area, as is my nature when that I have visitors.
I think our best bet here would be entertainment.
We can try. Sure. I don't love the situation, but it is what it is, I guess.
Excellent. Shall I play a tune and one of you can dance to it, or maybe something else? What did you all have in?
Can you give us a few minutes to chit chat, make a game plan? We didn't have a set prepared, so to speak.
Oh yes, of course. Take your time. We have about a day and a half's journey left, anyway. And he's going to get up and start kind of wandering around the hall. Every now and again, he kind of leans down to one of his, well, let's just call them what they are, thralls, gives them a sensual kiss, and for a moment they look alive, and then when his lips leave, they look even more glassy-eyed than before.
Wonderful.
I'm running into a problem, Brendan.
Yeah? How so?
They're technically slaves.
I mean,
They're
I don't want to
being-
make it. I don't want to make excuses for it, but if they don't have a soul, are they technically slaves?
They are pretty oppressed.
I think they might be like at this point willing slaves because they don't have a soul. Like, what are you gonna do when you free them? They're just gonna do the same thing, sit there and be glassy until someone says something.
I will let you know that with your multiple occult rolls and everything, that is exactly what happens when someone has had their soul eaten by a fae. There is no coming back from it.
Don't think of them as slaves. Think of them as zombies. They can't think for themselves. They're just there.
Now, is Fairus having this conversation with Riki?
Not unless Riki said he has an issue with them being slaves.
You know
To
what
Paris.
You know why I'm being fiddly about this, Brendan.
Oh, I know.
So, game plan. Riki, looking to Riki. So, what is your idea? Because, like, I could just do the thing I normally do, minus the pickpocketing.
I mean, I could tell a story. I guess we've done some cool shit, you know. All right, we've done some cool shit. I think. Yeah, didn't we beat up a whole ass demon wasp? That was cool, right? That was epic. That's good.
That was definitely a thing that we did. Yes.
Oh, we did tear. Oh, you know what? The prison story. Everyone loves the prison story.
Who's everyone? Who have you been telling it to?
You don't talk to people about the prison break?
I don't really talk to people. I mean, ever since you guys are the only people I really talk to right now.
I don't think you guys know how street cred works, okay? I got a whole bunch of reps from that. It's important.
Okay. I don't need the rep.
Well, now I just feel awkward about it. Am I the bad guy?
Fairus doesn't need the street rep. She's got enough street rep.
Fairus doesn't have any street rep.
Go ask anyone now.
Yeah, that's true. Got me there.
Okay. So, you guys are going to dance and tell a story about the prison break?
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, the prison break and how we unified an entire group of people against an oppressive regime and how we killed a god vessel. Yeah, it's a pretty cool story, I think.
I'm not interpretive dancing that.
You have the performance charms. You can totally do it.
I'll even accompany you. And then ask you to not tell anyone about it.
I will totally make that deal. 100% Fairus would make that deal.
Okay. So from Riki, what that I would like is a charisma and presence roll. And then if you want to like describe like any cool stuff or just kind of like, I don't know, just kind of like describe like how that you're doing this, then I can give you some stunt dice. And then from Fairus, I would like a dex and performance roll for dancing. And if you have specialties, obviously that applies. And finally, describe it and I can give you some stuntage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to describe it a little bit. I'm going to basically say how I'm not going to say exact words, but because I don't really have the public speaking skills to do that, but I am going to describe how I say it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about how a near and dear friend ascended to a higher state, and they were going to kill him for it, and I sent myself to the prison where he was being held to free him. And then all my pals came and joined us, and we rallied the entire group and broke them out of prison, and then killed the whole ass god vessel. And the entire time while we're doing this collective dance thing, I'm gonna, exactly what Britt just posted. I'm gonna be doing some like cool fireworks, and at the end of the dance number / storytelling, I'm going to use the whole ass firing dragon roar presence charm into the air so it doesn't hit anybody. I'm gonna do it like out into the storm so that it like fights back against the storm a little bit. I'm gonna like knock the door open, not kick it, but like push the door open into the storm, and then shoot it just into the air so it like streaks across the storm.
I'm going to give you a 3-dot stunt for that.
Woo.
So that is 2 extra dice, an auto success, and 2 willpower.
Well, my willpower is full. Can I just use 2?
Wasn't your willpower not full because I asked you to spend 2 willpower for that spell?
Right. Isn't it 1?
No, that one is actually 2.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll do that. I'll just keep it like it is.
Yep.
Okay. So 1 auto success, 2 extra dice, and the willpower is back to full. Okay.
Okay, here's my question for you, because if you spend the motes for the for the dragon move, things might get spicy. I can't guarantee that they will or will not, but you are definitely adding some spice to it. If you want to just kind of do like a little baby version of that and not spend motes, but like do it like artistically, I'm totally cool with that. But if you're going to spend the motes for the actual move, that's going to be a separate roll.
When you say spicy, you mean like I might catch their boat on fire?
Let's go with that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll save the real one for the back burner in the event that I need it. I just want to get the message across that I can do that. I'm a creature of notable power.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah, that's fine. If you just like swig a thing of like moonshine and then like blow it on a torch, like it'll have like the same dramatic effect, but not the same
pyromaniac effect.
Affecting the story effect.
Oh, yeah, because that thing is a whole ass threat and a roll, isn't it?
Yeah, that thing is a whole ass threat and roll.
I kind of like that though.
God.
Whatever you want to do. But I'm just letting you know that they are 2 separate rolls.
I said I won't, so I won't. I want to, but I won't.
I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm just letting you know that I want them as 2 separate rolls.
I don't think Britt wants me to, so I won't.
I, as Fairus, cannot swim. Just so you know. That's all I'm leaving it.
Okay, well, tell you what.
I cannot swim.
If I roll and it doesn't go great, can I opt to do it at the end?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, here's my roll.
So I will let you know that with a 9, you did double their resolve, so it does go well. I do want to see how that Ferris's roll goes first, though. Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not leave a review or tell a friend about us? It helps get the good word out about the work we put into this show. If you wanted to ask us any questions, you can contact us through Twitter at apairofdicelost or email at apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme song for this game is Dragon Dance by Raphael Crux, used under a Creative Commons license. And for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice. We're just sitting here like, you just did. Please don't make me not. Why are you making me think too hard about this? I'm already confused by my own logic.
You chose to play this game with me. And
you just tell them that you will, and then just don't. Just stay there.
If I was playing a more chaotic character, this would be a game.
Noted. Use the 3-week labyrinth for when Chris plays a more chaotic character. Got it.
I'll battle Fey logic with you.
Man, you learn Fey real quick when you have a GM forcing you to eat potatoes and telling you they're apples.
Dude,
yes, that's so.
You were not the only one who ate that. Everybody tried to eat that except for me. I was the only one who was like, no, I'm just gonna hide this in my sleeve.
It's the morning mist, but an Exalted.
Oh man, the other path we would just have to sneak by, a sleeping whatever. So.
With all of the tyrants.
Because not 1 out of 128 people would have sneezed.
And I'm not sure if Britt's listening to me because I can hear my wife talking to her.
I'm listening to you, Brenda.
Give me just 1 second.
Sorry, Papa
And then the
gave
ferret
the
died.
wrong order to my DoorDasher, and instead of a 12-piece nugget with a drink, I got a 3-piece tender and no drink.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I am back now, though.
Okay, so. And that's where we're going to cut for the night.
Caught you crossing the border. Horse thief.
With the Juno Ferraris mixed in.
I know what we're dealing with. Well, I don't know what, but I know it's going to be fair folk. Because why not?
I'm really bad at it, so.
No, okay.
I would like to reiterate that this man just told you that you are out as far west as you can possibly go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you are no longer on the map. Granted, though, just so that I'm not like making you guys feel like that I'm putting you in a thing. You are dragon blooded. You guys are exalted. Fucking around with this shit and finding out and making them regret decisions is kind of par for the course for you.
That was cool, right? That was epic. That's
Glass wasp, glass wasp, glass wasp.
That was
Because you just summarized 10 hours worth of episodes in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we finally released all the atonement stuff, and it's 10 episodes, so like 10 hours worth of stuff.
yeah.